The way the process works is the administration and the school board majority will create a plan, which they did. They put that plan forward to the public, which they had their chance to sell it. Now it's fair to critique it. That's what I'm going to do. School district revenue is the highest it's been in 10 years. Just like state revenue, which is the highest it's been in 10 years. School district revenue is the highest it's been in 10 years. For some reason, our school district can't balance its books. That's the problem. And look at revenue, what revenue's doing is this. It's growing like this. Spending should be growing like this. What it's doing is revenue's growing like this and spending's going like this. They're on a spending spree, and they're going to close your school to pay for it. And there's three solutions. Real simple, and you all do them all in your own life. And I'm not asking the school board to cut spending. Revenue growing like this. I'm not asking them to do this. Instead of this, just do this. Revenue goes up, spending goes up. You can do that. Just live within your means like everyone else does in this county and everybody does in their businesses. That's the first principle. Live within your means. Second thing is focus spending on students and student learning. Keeping class sizes small is one of the primary ways you do that. It's not bending over backwards to maintain a fleet of 31 white buses, activity buses. I'm sorry. Smaller class sizes, yes. How about 25 activity buses? That's how you keep your schools open. Cut the things that don't impact student achievement, protect the things that do. Smaller class sizes and smaller schools do that. Real simple, second principle. Okay, the third principle is you spent $375 million on schools, twice what you voted down, to build 7 new schools, renovate another 20, add 800,000 square feet. We did a generation worth of construction. Okay? Enough's enough. Just a couple months ago, they spent $50,000 on another architect plan for more construction and more revenue. More renovations. We've spent $23 million on architect fees. The school district administration has to get out of the mode of wanting to do more construction and more renovation and simply maintain the schools that you have now. Just maintain them. No more new construction. We're done with it. Real simple. We're not a construction company. They need to realize that. Some examples of what I'm talking about, these 3 principles. I live on Griffin Mill Road, which is where the school district is. You drive by there all the time. You see they ripped the landscaping out, they tore down the trees, they put in new landscaping, they put up new trees, some new flagpole thing, and they put a $25,000 LED sign. What a waste of money. Spend that money on Ambler's air conditioner and keep the school open. Focus on that. That's what we were doing a few years ago. This is the change. They're not focusing on maintaining schools. They're focusing on new construction. They're focusing on things that aren't important to educating your kids. That's the primary problem. Second thing, the 5-year plan. Have you looked at it? What is the need? I'm talking about need to build $6 million, renovate and build at the old Pickens Middle School and the old B.J. Skelton Center for 2 new administration buildings. There's no need for that. No more new construction, no more new renovation. Maintain what you've got. Don't do that. Okay. Look at the plan closely. $1.2 million for a teacher training center. How about using that $1.2 million to fix the roof on Hagood and keep it open? Real simple. Let's solve the Hagood problem. One decision. How about they want to spend $1.2 million to move the Pickens bus depot. They want to move it. They don't like it on Highway 8. How about that? How about taking that $1.2 million and instead replacing the air conditioner at Holly Springs and Ambler and keep those schools open? Problem solved. Transportation services, food services. A few years ago, we renovated a building, we put them in there. They want to spend $1.2 million to renovate some other building and move them over there. And they're going to close your school to pay for that. It's not necessary. This is my point. Common sense. Make the right decisions. High schools. 56 million to build Pickens High School. 58 million Easley High School. $31 million in sports facilities. Football fields, $3 million a pop. Look at the plan. Why are they spending $300,000 for extra bathrooms at sports facilities? Doesn't make sense. They've had enough. When you look at the building program, $387 million spent. The new high schools and the Career Center got 65% of it. You know how much the 16 elementary schools got? 16%. The high schools had enough. It's not their turn anymore. They need to get to the back of the line. You just spent $10 million, nearly $10 million, to renovate Holly Springs, Ambler, and A.R. Lewis. You're going to pay that loan till 2032. Their decision is to close the school. Okay? Now, if a board member built a new house or renovated their house, took a 20-year mortgage out on it, and closed it, it would be insane. The problem you've got with your government is they want to run your life differently than they run their own. And that's the problem. You know, it's simply put. They presented their plan, closed 3 schools, reconfigure 4. There were public meetings. 800 people attended them. Not one person supported it. Not one. They need to sit down and say, hey, this isn't our district, it's yours. We're going to pledge not to close any schools. We're not reconfiguring any schools. And simply, that's not an option. Then, it's not your responsibility to come up with a plan or a solution. You hire these board members to follow what you say, take your direction, and then figure out how to make it happen. That's my critique.